Hey guys, welcome back to Thinking Shooter. I'm Levi. Today, as promised, we're going to talk about the Wheeler AR15 Ultra Armorer's Kit. As laid out here on the table, this is all the contents that come in the Wheeler AR15 Ultra Armorer's Kit. So, before we get into this real quick, I want to take a moment to show you guys this cool new hat that I got. Yeah, I think it fits the channel well. Good hat to rep the channel there. Moving back to this though, our main focus is to discuss what all exactly is included in that armorer's kit and kind of give you guys a little bit of info on it and what it's used for. First off, we have the AR armorer's vise, then we have the maintenance mat, we have the torque wrench, which generally includes the armorer's tool. We have the upper receiver vice block clamp set, the bench block, bore guide, strap wrench, delta ring tool, pivot pin installation tool, front sight tool, the adjustable receiver link. There's a pick set, roll pin toolkit, brush set, and all of that is the makeup of this kit. All right, so first up we got the plastic dental picks here you can use for cleaning, getting inside those small crevices, scrape stuff out. You could even, use it for a little after dinner tooth cleaning. And then after that, we got this little pouch here. It looks like a little mini pencil binder thing. It's got your AR receiver link. Hook it up, hold your upper receiver at an angle so you can clean your upper receiver. Also includes the AR front sight tool for adjusting sights out on the range, as well as your pivot pin installation tool and a slave pin to help you get the detent in. And then aside from that, you've also got your toothbrush for cleaning, some various brushes for cleaning your upper receiver, which goes in conjunction with these two. These screw on here. And you got a handle for going in and cleaning. And then you've also got this guy, which is used for cleaning the inside of your upper receiver itself. So next up, we got the AR15 bore guide here. This is used in conjunction with the AR15 receiver link set, which angles it up so you can just pop it in, pour solvent in, run it through, keeps all the solvent in the area that you want to clean and not in the rest of your gun, so it doesn't dry it up or make it gummy or do stuff like that. All right, next up we have the delta ring tool. Pretty simple device, pretty handy. Just put it over your barrel, hook it up under the front of the receiver, pinch, hold back, and it helps pull your delta ring back. Makes it a little bit easier to get your hand guards on and off. So now we have the AR15 bench block. This is probably one of my favorite things out of this entire kit. It has all kinds of different cutouts and whatnot. You've got a spot where you put your charging handle on it so you can drive out your charging handle latch pin, put in a new one. It's got a spot cut out so you can put an A-frame barrel on it. Helps you drive the pins out and in. It's got directional sides to it. It's got a spot for your upper receiver if you're driving out your forward assist, putting a new one in. And then on the flip side, it's got a cutout so you can lay your lower receiver on it and it sit flat for helping on installing some of your other parts for your lower receiver. All right, so next up we have the upper receiver clamshell set. This is for putting your upper receiver in the vise, for putting on barrels, things like that. It's two-piece design, so you take this, insert in your upper receiver. What that does is it helps keep any of your tension from twisting the upper receiver itself, and then you take and put the clamshell over it so it locks it in, and then you put it in your vise. Like that, lock it down, you can install your barrel. You got a gas tube alignment system built in. Yeah, this is kind of a more old school way of doing it. It still works. I prefer a rod design, but it's still very applicable, still usable. It's just little on the older end of builder technology. All right, so next up we have the torque wrench, a little bit older design. Instead of a click type, it's got the swing arm on it. It can be used in conjunction with the armorer's tool. Has the 1/2-inch drive on it. You can run it inline or you can run it at a 90. The armorer's wrench itself has the castle nut cutout. It's also got cutout for flash hider, or if you're running like an old A1 or A2 style buttstock, or buffer tube that's got the little key on the back, and it's also got the cutout for if you're running like a Delta ring where it's got the 3-pin for your barrel nut and whatnot. One of the cool things about this is it actually has the torque specs written here on it. So if you tend to forget specifications, it's written right there. Now, for those of you that still run twist-on style handguards or silencer code suppressors, you have the Wheeler Delta Series strap wrench. You just put it around it, run it through, pull it tight, and then you can tighten it down. Coming up next on the list is the AR15 roll pin toolkit. What's cool about this included is just about everything you're going to need for the small stuff. You got a little hammer, you got your pins for putting in your bolt catch, you got your punches that are appropriately sized for pretty much all of the, I think all of the pins that's on the AR15 platform, and then you've also got the trigger guard roll pin installation tool. Again, as you've seen in previous video, I really like this tool. I demonstrated its use on the 350 Legend build. It includes that in this kit. Last up for the contents is we have this wonderful mat that's got an exploded view of the AR platform, and then we also have the AR15 Armorer's vise. This nifty little jig, you can put it on this way. It's got this angle piece down here that you can adjust the angle of. You can adjust it up or down to compensate for the angle of how your rifle is sitting. Once you put it here, break it open, it lays on that. Now the magwell piece here doubles as a couple different things. You can put it on, work on your gun. It also has this black piece that pops down on the other side. Use it for a hammer stop, so you can actually test your trigger with it separated and not have to worry about the hammer striking against the aluminum frame itself. And then the next part is if you lay this down like this, it has a spot on it where you can work on the bolt itself. So for those of you that have tried to swap out your ejector and pushing the little pin out, this has a spot on it where you put it on, push it down, punch the pin out, and then you can do what you need to, release it, replace it. If you got a broken ejector spring or something, you can do all that maintenance you need to on your bolt right here on this. Now, last but certainly not least is the custom fit bag that this stuff comes in. It's got a zip up design. It's got your main compartment on the inside. It's got 2 offset compartments. It's also got a zipper area on both sides of the bag itself. Again, it's got carry handles. Once you close it up, zip it together, and then it's got this little Velcro piece that comes down and lays down on top of it. You got everything you need ready to roll in this bag. All right, for this next part, I do have some notes here that I'm going to be referencing, but the first question that I want to ask and answer is, in my opinion, is this kit worth it? For me, yes, I do think the kit is worth it. We took the time, did a cost comparison of it. This kit is $335 listed on their website. You might be able to find it cheaper elsewhere, but if you were to buy all of the tools individually, it comes out to $438 roughly. So you're saving about $100 by buying the Ultra kit versus all the components that's listed in the kit individually. Who is this kit for? So after some deliberation, I think this kit is best suited for maybe more like your beginners, people who are wanting to get into working on their guns. Maybe they don't have very many, so they don't need to invest in a whole bunch of different tools. They just need like a universal do-it-all AR platform kit with a few maybe additions like a vise and a screwdriver set. Or let's say you're an agency armorer such as police department or like a small town law enforcement or something along that, where it's easier to sell buying a kit to your people in charge of buying stuff than it is an itemized list of things. And then also maybe you are an individual that is a little bit more experienced, has other tools, but you want to build a portable range kit or to-go kit or something for working on your gun or your AR platform when you're away from home. I'll be honest, this probably isn't going to be a kit for those of you that are advanced armoring techniques, or you've got a lot of experience doing this stuff, because realistically, you probably already have most of the tools you're going to need, or the tools you are looking at getting are of like a different design or have different purposes or things like that. I do want to note that there are two other kits. There's the Wheeler Professional Kit and the Wheeler Essentials Kit. So the Wheeler Professional Kit comes in at about $285, and the Wheeler Essential Kit comes in at about $160 listed on their website. So the Professional Kit, as I said, is $285. If you add up everything that's included and you buy it individually, it would come out to about $323. So you're basically losing the bench block and the roll pin tool kit over the Ultra kit that we've shown here. So I still think that would also be a good base if maybe you don't need those two things. And then the Essentials kit, as I said, they have listed for about $160 on their website. If you buy everything individually, I did notice that on their website, total would come out to about $140. But I have seen the Essential kits a lot of times in stores listed for about $110. So you are still saving money by going that route instead of buying it individually. It still gives you a base and foundation if maybe you don't need all the other stuff and you're working on building another kit up or starting a kit. But for that, I would say just go with the Ultra kit. It's going to have everything you need in it with a few additions to it. Now, some things that I would add personally. First off, I personally would replace the torque wrench with a click style torque wrench. It's just personal preference. I like the click style over that. I would probably add in an inch-pound torque wrench. And then two things that I would say is probably an absolute must is you need a bench vise of some kind, preferably something that can actually bolt down instead of like one of the small clamp-on styles, but you can sometimes, depending on how you finagle them, get them to work. And then I would also add in a screwdriver bit set. With all that being said, some things that I would like to see change for this kit. It's a good kit. It's a wee bit outdated on a few things. As I said, I would really like to see Wheeler come up with some kind of click style torque wrench to replace this one. Even if they had to raise the price a little bit, I think they could do it and it still be feasible. I would like to see, instead of all of the cleaning stuff that they have that comes included in the kit, I would think it would be awesome if Wheeler would put in the Wheeler Compact Tactical Rifle Kit that's listed on their website. Also, I would like to see, instead of the clamshell, this for working on it, I would rather see the upper receiver rod that they sell. This still works and it still does the job and it's still very functional. It's just a preference kind of thing. I think that would be better suited, but at the end of the day, this will still do the job. And last but certainly not least, I would strongly recommend, if Wheeler did any change, I would say take the strap wrench out and put in one of their screwdriver bit sets. Me personally, I think in today's day and age, we see a lot more rifles that have some type of front end assembly on it that a screwdriver bit set would come in vastly more handy than a strap wrench. That's kind of an older design, back early 2000s era. It doesn't really apply as much in today's society and gun community. So with all that being said, guys, I hope you learned something. I hope all this stuff made sense. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. Head over to WheelerTools.com to see all this stuff. Guys, again, Wheeler, thank you so much for sending this stuff out. I'm very grateful for that. Yeah, guys, again, I hope you learned something. Hope it made sense. If it didn't make sense, then make it make sense. Later. Which is your receiver brush. You put it on this or not, and just run it through the upper receiver. And I thought it was threaded. Why?